game.
Yeah, try and get some early lane advantage going. I mean, they've got who was it? It was FNG Silencer, right? Getting first blood, double kill, racking up a bunch of intelligence. There's definitely things this Silencer can do. You know, paired up with the Juggernaut to slow people down, spin into them. I'll have to watch for this Rubik Timbersaw lane, whether they can actually have the staying power they need as we head into game 2. But first, a quick video and a message from EGB.
Здорово, здорово, Баня. Здорово, Баня.
Prepare for battle.
I can press my button.
Welcome back. Game 2 here between Nemiga and Team Spirit. Nemiga with the 1-game lead in this best of 3. And of course, you're joining Gareth and Waga here for the Tour 3 of the Eastern European DPC. Odds up on your screen, player cams abound. And Team Spirit after game 1, not so many smiles anymore, much more focus in talking about how they want to kick things off.
Yeah, I mean, they need to focus up here, as we've seen in the previous series as well. Drop a game and then out comes the tryharding. But really want to see them just, you know, play the way we expect them to and perform even stronger. We hold them to high standards, but that's just what happens when you are a former TI winning team.
Yeah, tighten up, focus up.
30 seconds.
Get yourselves into fighting shape. Round 1 didn't go your way. And right now, staring across the river, Nemiga and Team Spirit could be looking for this level 1 clash around the bounty runes. And just so often we see this, you know, preparation, getting into position, and then everyone runs away and says, nah, we'll go for our own side.
It's as long as everyone holds formation in a good way, right? So you're looking for information, looking for any advantage. They see Void Spirit bottom with their Observer Ward, so they feel confident to go for the fight top here.
The battle begins.
Team Spirit in a good position. But,
Yeah.
Basha gonna run away.
And Collapse, taking a bit of damage from the sticky bomb. Violence Void Spirit. So it is the carry Void Spirit, the mid Timbersaw, and the offlane Magnus. Yeah, for Nemiga.
Well, Collapse took some damage, but he did get that rune. So 3 runes going the way of Team Spirit. Good start for them, getting a little bit of an edge here in the start of the game.
So it did, yeah. And the old tanky Void. 150 HP with 5 armor.
I didn't realize
Harry
we were gonna
Void
put the Timbersaw mid instead of Void Spirit.
Yeah, the Marine special. And you said it right, Timber against that. Rider not going to be as worried. Up at top though, already a bit of damage from Yatoro and Nemiga. Vazia losing a lot of his early HP, but the turnaround play. Blood Grenade, Fade Bolt, Vazia, 3 seconds for Shockwave, wants to dive this, but Yatoro dips into the trees and gets the distance while Miposhka fighting Hell Scream. Everyone very low on a knife's edge in his first minute of laning stage.
Miposhka has so much int, he's doing so much damage, he's stolen 1 at a time here, and he's starting to hit really hard.
Gimme, yeah. More damage. And Hell Scream. Okay. Gets himself away. Vazia gonna get chased down. Another spin there. Kill on. Mirror down at bottom. Well, I guess the first blood with that first resonant pulse. Still level 1 on the Void Spirit, just doing enough bad. Yeah,
and just auto attacks and some slow from Tiki coming in to secure that. Some pretty impressive stuff for sure. Getting a good start.
Phoenix reasonably squishy against all the pressure. Charge forward and the Fire Spirits keeping bad at arm's reach.
So far, a little update from mid lane as well. We see 10-4 versus 4-1 CS. Laurel having a very hard time here against Timbersaw so far. Timbersaw a hero that doesn't really care about Battery that much, since you can always Timber Chain away and get yourself to safety.
Yeah, and 2 points in whirling down. But applying quite a bit of pressure there. Got his stick, got his boots. But I was looking at the CS board and I kept sorting it, trying to figure out what was going on, because there's a Timber and Void Spirit right at the top, and everybody else had like no last hits. Everybody else was fighting and scrapping.
I mean, top was just a brawl.
Yeah. Nobody's allowed to touch creeps, only touching heroes. Like so bad down bottom. Taking quite a bit of harassment from Mira and Collapse. Have to play forward now with the sticky bombs. Yeah, top lane, Yatoro spinning away in the wave that's been pulled into a pull.
And bottom, they're doing a good job harassing here from Nemiga as well, bringing some damage to Collapse, who's dropping pretty low. He's being passed tangles by Mira, who's trying to shield and protect him, but this Techies does so much damage in lane stage, and obviously Void Spirit is having a pretty good time here. Went for the Wraith Band plus. Always love to see that, the Universal Classic.
Yeah, build up all the stats. He's got his triple. Every little helps.
Never knew.
Malrine already. Oh, it's so upsetting, isn't it? Malrine is playing under the tower. Lol has one bottle charged. Fireflies out. Glyph up the creep wave. Malrine considering the dive even deeper. Looking for Lol with another Whirling Death ready and a fair amount of trees around him. Lol got one of them. He's going to continue this and try and take him down. Second kill of the game coming up here for me. He's got him.
0 points reactive armor. He's level 5 now with 3 points in Timber Chain. He doesn't need it against a Batrider because obviously physical damage is not really there, but that allows him to be hyper aggressive with the skill build, having more damage than you're used to from a Timbersaw, and that just brings him down. Again, we see Malrine off to a good start here in mid lane.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
There's a Jeremy Clarkson DOTA2. More power. Don't care about handling or smoothness of the ride, anything like that. Just damage, damage, damage. He's going to get himself the water in bottom. Maybe the one up at top. We'll see what happens. And now eyes on that top lane. My Hellscream and Vazia just continually being battered down by these glaives of wisdom.
Yeah, almost surprised he didn't put 2 points in the glaives, considering how much he's using it here.
Oh, Yatoro. Blood grenade on him. No spin, but gets the healing ward out. Now, Arcane Curse and Miposhka, the real boss of this lane, getting involved. While down bottom, Collapse. Always off to the side. Blood grenade thrown out onto Sobad, who gets dived upon by the Phoenix. Finish off the Techies. Well, might be able to grab himself 1 or maybe even 2 kills. Phoenix, pops the stick. Getting a bit of distance across the bridge. Resonant Pulse, and that's not to kill him.
Meanwhile, a pretty big play on mid lane as well. We saw Laurel bully out the Timbersaw of Malrine there from the lane, missing experience under tower as well as he had to keep base bottom. Violent gets the connection.
There's the catch.
Very nice use of the Ether Remnant there, throwing it at an angle and connects.
Yeah, very well done. Complete free farm for him now. 30 and 8 on Violence Void Spirit. We've seen how he can do from, the hero, how he can do from the mid lane with his Echo Saber Deso build. From the safe lane, is it going to be the same itemization?
I wouldn't be surprised to see him do something similar, but yeah, he has power treads coming out already, so he's going to be hitting real fast and hard with that. Probably going to see an early Echo Saber into Deso. That sounds like the most logical. Don't see a reason to do something else. Manta Style is going to be a good option in the game though. Again, Universal Hero and having a Dispel against Phoenix, Silencer, and Batrider. Yeah, definitely not a bad suggestion.
That's a great point. I would love to see him go for that. So no Battle Fury Void Spirit then.
I don't think so. Not when you have Magnus.
More cleave.
He is
against the Juggernaut. He can just show the Juggernaut who's boss with the big old cleaves.
Yeah. Sadly, you don't hit as many times as the Juggernaut does.
Yeah. Oh, let's charge into that jungle and find Miposhka's Silencer. Hellscream and Malrine now angling in towards Lal, who's trying to farm some jungle camps after ditching the lane. Sobad showed up mid to gather up the experience while this dive continues. It's not a comfortable ride for Team Spirit whatsoever. 4-1, 1k lead for Nemiga, laning stage, bottom and mid looking pretty sad for Spirit.
Yeah. And
they dive in again. Low Chakram, blast off, sticky bomb to slow him down, and another timber chain forward will get Malrine on top of his target, finally killing him off and gathering that killing spree.
In the bright side of things though, Team Spirit, they are in time for the Wisdom Rune steal here on Miposhka. Goes over, gets the Wisdom Rune, and gonna fight up against Hellscream, who was just not here in time on this Rubik.
Miposhka can't TP out, still on cooldown.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's gotta stay here for a while.
If he gets that courier snipe, it's like a massive victory for him. He'll get the water instead. While down at bottom, try and make a play on Violence Void Spirit, but he's got 1,000 HP. Strap Tread toggled across to Agi. Get the attack speed going. The Collapse pops the stick, and a bit more heal there as a blast up from Sobad. And for Mira, he's targeting the Spirit Breaker, charged upon, and dies to the bashes. Collapse. He swings back, finds the Void Spirit, and now Mira, I think they're going go on Sobad.
A little bit of an outplay there with the Lotus plus the magic stick collapse, baiting him there and then turning it around. Really nicely done in a situation where he doesn't have nearly as much power. He wasn't even level 6 on the Spirit Breaker there, but gets the kill, and that's going to help him a lot. Now gets level 6, goes on so bad.
Taser.
Can't really kill him though. Yeah, Taser too strong.
Irritating spell. I was thinking about it with another strike though. Maybe with Mirror joining in. No, he's just going to TP out. Oh, Magnus, I hear him skewering around. Big old ancient stacks being built up by Nemiga for him. And a bit of swap now. Void Spirit heads into mid. Malrine feels like he wants to be roaming around, causing a bit of havoc. Already starting to build up into his Aghanim Scepter. Techie's charged under his tower. Sunray, another strike, makes short work of him. But Malrine's here. Good overway by the Phoenix to get away from the Whirling Death. And Collapse looks like he's okay too.
Batrider coming in. Maybe they can turn this around. He has Arcane Rune on Bat, so start jumping away. Violent is nearby, but fighting into this could be difficult for the two of them.
Yeah. Lal just immediately using Tumbler's toy to get a bit closer to it. Is this something though that oh god, wow, disappears. Malrine and Violent, and another Astral Step is ready. Malrine keeping the vision over the Batrider. 5 seconds for Ether Remnant, and that chain missing means it'll have to come to a close now.
Chain was gonna land, but then he tumbled toy forwards and burns the tree with the Firefly, so it misses. That's just funny. Fun little details happening. Meanwhile though, while the game is, you know, pretty chaotic on some other sides, we have a very calm game for Yatoro, and he is just farming away. He's sitting at 72 CS. Of course the Magnus though, that's quite a few CS as well, his lane opponent here. So this lane is all about just amping up your farm, and with the Battle Fury build, Yatoro, he knows how to hard carry games. We'll see if he can scale hard enough to take care of this game as well.
Yeah, he's done it before. Oh yeah, before that fight kicked off, I was going to ask, is it possible or is it worthwhile for Team Spirit to contest these Ancients on the left side of the map?
I don't think they can really. I mean, you could steal Ancients with Batrider sometimes, but it takes so long. You need to build up so many sticky stacks, and before you have Battle Fury and Juggernaut, there's not really any way they can clear them. So it's probably just conceded. Let Magnus farm it. You can't really do anything about it. Meanwhile, looking for fights where they can, you know, play around Collapse, I think is the best way to spend your time here, and try to activate Spirit Breaker a lot.
Yeah, farm out some large camp stacks. Miposhka gets the soak mid, hit level 6. So they both got their ultis on these Team Spirit supports now.
I love them.
Global, very impactful.
10 minutes in, still doesn't have a single point in reactive armor. He's just committed. He is damaged.
Oh, he's changed his mind as well, going Eul Scepter. And Dispel up against the Global, the Fire Spirit.
You have to get a Dispel first item. It's either Lotus or Eul Scepter. Eul Scepter, a little bit nicer because you can use it aggressively on the Spirit Breaker, which is always valuable. I always come back to that. Being able to remove Bulldoze is really useful.
Yeah, get rid of Bulldoze, stop his charge. What's the uses for it?
You can even save yourself from Juggernaut ulti with it. I mean, obviously Lotus could also kind of save you, but what if he just doesn't ulti you and ulti something else? So
he's changed his mind again, by the way. He's like, Eul's Aghanim Scepter? Eul's?
Yeah.
Aghanim Scepter.
I mean, early Aghanims has a value. If you get Aghanims really early, then the opponents can't have Dispel yet, because Team Spirit's lineup doesn't have a built-in Dispel. So then the Aghanims can be really strong. And it does add a lot of damage and survivability. He's committed. He's going for it now. Point booster is being delivered, so it's going to be Ags. This does prompt an early nullifier from Yatoro after he gets like his first 2 items. He probably has to go nullify a 3rd item. Something we've seen him do a lot into matches where it's good.
Very close to that Battle Fury being finished. Spins around to make sure Vazia doesn't get a free skewer on him. They were starting to come through that gate. Arriving with 4 heroes top, Nemiga.
Power on the Void Spirit. Happy to get that.
Oh yeah. 200 damage a hit. With primary item, Echo Saber.
Both of them are working on their Echo Saber. Magnus is ahead in farm right now, but number 1 farm is still going to be that Juggernaut. He is having a good laning stage.
Yeah, sees a creep wave top after farm jungle.
Move bottom now. Smoke move coming in.
Bottom tower is under attack.
around.
It feels like they want to try and get some usage out of these ultis. It's been a little bit too quiet and calm. They want to make some noise and shut it up with global straight afterwards. So bad, good starting off with the last stop in the charge interaction. Stops in his tracks, another strike there and onto this Timber Saw. He's tanky, but against this Sunray Supernova and down from Team Spirit doesn't last long. Tanky is planning to mine his way out, and Team Spirit bringing 4 heroes down here just to clap down on Nemiga in the bottom lane.
I was at Timbersaw with shield burn and he just disappeared still. I was confused when I saw his shield burn come up, like, wait, he doesn't have axe, does he? Yeah, but
Yes, same.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They found another one, by the way. Poshka was still lurking around in the shadows. Sees Hellscream. Void Spirit.
Gonna try and get out of this
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Through the twin game. And up he pops. That should be a tier 1 now for Spirit.
Does open up the bottom part of the map for them, and a really nice move there. I love the wraparound that they did. Nice and deep, and also good reaction by Collapse. The initial jump there could have been better for Nemiga if they connected, but the Spirit Breaker pushing back the tech, he's stopping the blast off from connecting. Really made it so that there was no way they're gonna win the fight. Vasha is Magnus stealing a bit of stacks from the enemy jungle here. Love the deep invasion.
This isn't over.
And Tyler, gonna keep Afro on his toes. Get him to spin TP home. Gets up the right side of the map, but there's not too much farm here to be gathered. Lala's clearing Ancients. Collapse is down in the lane, so Yatro just gonna have to make his home the mid lane, at least for now.
Yeah. That's that maxed out healing ward. Always the same skill build, but 4-4-1.
Tower is under attack.
Still feels like this Magnus and Void Spirit up on top. I mean, 5-1 odds. That seems a little bit drastic with the way Nemiga have been playing game 1, game 2.
Yeah.
They got an awful lot of power.
I agree. A lot of respect being given to Yatro's Juggernaut, I guess.
And there's Malrine moving on to Collapse. Reacting over to spook the traveler wall. Heading towards him. Lasso's going to come. The TP doesn't successfully complete. Malrine had Lol on the killing spree now.
Yeah, Laurel finding the right moves here and not having to invest too much as well, just using travels to get over there. Feels so happy about it, and that's gonna put him almost all the way towards his BKB. He only needs 100 more gold here, and he's gonna have the entire thing. Obviously, BKB in this game blocks so much of the damage. The Timbersaw won't be able to do much. Void Spirit, even a lot of his damage is gone.
It's all coming together.
These Dire Wards. Mirror sheet everything around him.
Collapse.
You know, Violent is farming out that top lane. Charge coming across. I'm not going to go play too deep, though.
To the swift the spoils.
Yatro sees Hellscream for a second, but I see some creeps instead. Yeah. Carpenter trying under a Watcher at the same time. He just no fear.
I mean, look at the way he's playing. This is some very... They should punish this. They're going over with Magnus. They do have the hero to punish it. RP is available. Oh, that was... They should channel the shockwave animation there. It was not in time to get the RP. Very close though, but Yatro has that awareness. That's the one thing he really became most known for after his TI win, was his godlike awareness of when he's being ganked as a carry. I think probably the most uncanny smoke sensor out of all carry players ever in Dota. Like, this man just knows when people are coming for him.
It was one of those moments you could absolutely see the cog turning. Like, it was like, I can kill this large camp, I can move over here. And then he had that moment of, I don't know, half a second of hesitation where he moved to the Ancients and he's like, no, I'm being ganked. Yeah. And then he runs to the TP.
He reads the map like no other player, for sure.
It is so good. Collapse and Lol. They're not so bad. A little snipe on the techies. No real response from Nemiga here. They bring Magnus in behind Violent's Void Spirit and throw him up. And wanted to make the jump onto Collapse. Gets the charge out. The RP will connect, but the global sides a bit of coverage. The drop being that Nemiga brought numbers. Very strong to gather up that kill. And Team Spirit are running all the way across the right side of the map, but they are still being hunted.
Middle tower is under attack.
And Vazia, under a die ward, we'll have to clear that out first.
Radiant
Always
structures
feels bad,
are
Timber chaining
fortified.
away and dropping an item, but turns back around, gets the item and then top Violent finds Mira.
Yeah, so he does. Quick dive away. Back towards Lol. The Supernova's down with a lasso of the top. So bad with a good blast off and fire. Into the assimilate, getting a bit of time to disengage, but dies to the damage over time. Anyway, and Vazia. Inside this
Radiant's
Firefly,
courier has been
gotta
killed.
be wary with your positioning here because there's a charge coming. And Batrider can still offer a lot of damage with just sticky stacks and napalm strikes. The charge is it's on Van. It's still going. Collapse, shadow bladed up. Decides to change course.
Looking for tech.
So bad.
Find him.
Hello. Then strike. Few swipes of the mace. Vazia, harpoon and skew. Not going to work out as intended. Shockwave onto Lol. Needs a couple of taps in the Echo Saber. Will oblige him with a kill.
I'm still on the hunt though. Has to charge soon.
Did he keep the vision? Oh, we can't.
Backs out. There's still a tier 1 tower top, so a bit dangerous to chase there. Maybe Rubik shows up. Rubik with a stolen level 4 healing ward. Funny ability to have, but very useful for the next team fight if they manage to get a big fight going.
Yeah, especially when you got such tanky heroes, right? There's Timbersaw, Magnus, Void Spirit, all buying these big tanky stat items.
We can already see the intention from Yatra, by the way. We talked a little bit about his itemization before when he played Juggernaut last time, but it's going to be the Sandyasha because of the RP. Manta style is not super good here. And then it's going to be into Butterfly and then Nullifier. Already queued it up as they need that tool to deal with Timbersaw. Timbersaw, I think he has to go create things right now with his Agnums because this is on a timer. It's going to work really well until it
Radiant's
doesn't.
middle
And the
tower
moment
is under
Nullifier is
attack.
up, this Agnums is going to be
Radiant's
useless.
middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, especially with the speed that Yatoro can farm through these creeps. It's going to be Butterfly in 2 minutes, not fly like 3 minutes after that.
Yeah,
He's very quick on his feet.
He's fast farming right now, going together with his team a little bit as well. And the wraparound
Radiant's
move,
middle tower
Courier's
is
in
under
danger.
attack. Radiant's
I think
courier
Radiant
has been
saw Yatoro
killed.
moving here. A Radiant high ground ward.
Radiant's courier
Spotted the
has
jump
been
at least, but
Radiant's
so
middle
bad. Still going to get
tower
caught out along with the Courier as the charge and the lasso both utilised there to kill the techies. And they swing into action on the Tormentor. And pretty soon Wisdom Rune.
They're going for Roche as a reaction here on the side of Nemiga. They're taking Roche, but they're going to lose their own Torment to Team Spirit here. I mean, getting Aegis at least is a very nice deal for themselves. They almost have Hostile on Void Spirit as well. Shard to the Silencer.
Eh.
Not
Would have
really
loved
the
that
shard
on
you'd want.
Radiant's top
Now
tower
he can steal
is
more.
under
Please.
attack.
How much has he got so far?
10. Not that much.
That's probably for a +5. It's not that bad, right?
Yeah, but F and G, man, yeah,
Radiant's top
twice as
tower
much,
has fallen.
more even.
That was an exceptional game from him.
Radiant's
Yeah, Mallory
middle tower
even
is
stealing
under
enemy
attack.
agents on that right side. Maybe they were considering going to the enemy Tormentor. Now deciding that tier 1 has to be claimed first as collapsed. Charges into the middle of them, bulldoze out. It doesn't last long. Chakram gonna get stopped by the global silent. Nemiga gonna to mirror the supernova. Awkward fight. The focus in, the collapse back to the back. The X still scrambled though. As they focus it down, and Lol has to BKB up. I get him Scepter for Timbersaw. Putting that tanky shield on himself. And everybody else disengages.
Fantastic fight for Nemiga so far. They didn't use a single ulti as well. Like, they can still keep fighting here. They have everything they need.
Both Global and Supernova used. Not really much in the exchange. And now Smoke to sweep across the map. Probably looking for Yatra, but he's over here on the right side farming ancients next to his silencer.
He's about to take his Tormentor soon as well. Has that healing ward probably. But also needs to shove the lanes. All the lanes are really far back right now.
Lol. Here's the one they find. Swept by Nemiga. Now look at this. Magnus with a pipe, the harpoon. Lotus Sword coming up soon as well. All ways to get rid of the spells.
Spirit Breaker or Phoenix? Who gets the shard here?
Spirit Breaker. Oh.
Dyer's middle
be.
It's
tower
always the one
is
you
under
don't want
attack.
until now.
Yeah, they're low rolling on the RNG. Mid tower.
He had it queued. He wanted to buy it as the Phoenix. Just in case he didn't get it there, he has the money for it.
Dire's
Tower mid for
middle
me.
tower has fallen.
Collapse invis. Scouted by the well-placed sentry.
Yeah, had he bought it first, it would have been between the Batrider and the Spearbreaker instead. Who gets it? He can pass it up.
Now it's good to think about what item he actually does want to buy. Yatro walks straight into Violent. Through the Ether Remnant with his Blade Fury.
Ether Remnant looks so silly when you have Magic Immunity or Debuff Immunity. You walk through it, it's like it's pointing at you as though it's pulling you.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing.
Butterfly's up. Jug is strong.
Ooh, well done by Jug. Tanks the Ether Remnant to collapse and continue charging. They're in on top of this Magnus, Lasso, and Global as the Omnislash bounces onto the Timbersaw. Vazia still has the ability here to turn an RP, but he skews away to safety as the shield from the Timbersaw allows him to move forward aggressively. Very tanky Axe Timber, and the Aegis Pop from Violent gives him the second life. But it doesn't look like Nemiga wants to turn around and fight. They want to fail. Malrina's dead. Vazia couldn't really join until now with a skew up, but the RP stopped by the bash. Turnaround play from Team Spirit. Stuck on the high ground. He's on the cliff. They want to RP him down, but they don't catch him. Collapse got caught up in it. The bulldoze off, so status distance protects him. And now Law getting blown up by mines. Violent jumps across to simulate the collapse. And Team Spirit scratching their heads, wondering what the hell is going on in this fight. People stuck high ground, people being RP'd around. Yatra with no Omnislash wanted to rejoin again. As Blade Fury gets away from the sticky bomb and the Remnant, but my god, that was wild.
Vazia has to be so fuming right now on Magnus. He gets a beautiful skewer, absolutely fantastic, about to RP, then gets bashed up so he can't do it, and then he tries to go for it again, gets bashed, and then RPs afterwards, but got pushed so far that the Juggernaut didn't get in the RP. Like the bash actually repositioned him away from the cliff enough that the Juggernaut just TP's out instead.
You got bulldoze off as well.
You can see Collapse though. I mean, how much impact is this Spearbreaker having? We talked about Juggernaut and how farmed he is, but that fight was won on the back of Spearbreaker.
He's going again.
Oh, thinking about him. He wants to fight. And he's doing his Collapse Classic, of course, as well. The double speed, the face boots, and the boot bearing.
Man, we need the blue hedgehog skin for Spearbreaker here. Nataro and Law onto Vazia, stops the charge. Never strike thought about by Collapse, but he's waiting for his moment to strike. Mid-skewer catches Vazia Global over the top as well, allowing Yatra to open up. Kill the Magnus off.
-4 in. Mifoshka gonna take that and walk away. Oh, yeah. And Tower now in danger here as Juggernaut is going to siege it up. I think this is spelling big trouble though for Nemiga. The fact that they're not winning the fights when there's nothing to counter the Aghanim's Timber. And that's really the one item that you have right now. You have Aghanim's and the Kaya. So the moment Nullfire is going to be complete on Juggernaut, which is not too far away, considering he's taking towers, pushing. He's gonna force people home here. They're leaving base, but okay, he shells the flame. TPs on farm.
Yeah, doesn't even bother spin TPing, just straight up to top. Understanding with that high ground vision, nobody's coming, nobody nearby. Another charge. Where's that going? I'm just hearing. Got a big early on, but just the two heroes from the hero. Collapsing onto the Jug.
Yeah, the Nether Strike was interesting there from the Rubik trying to lock down Juggernaut, but ooh, did it catch him? Too slow? This man is too fast. And he's going for the
shouting run.
Going for the Kaya and Yasha as well. Beautiful next item here. Item that doesn't get so much attention.
Very good at Spearbreaker though.
No mana on Spearbreaker. Get scout and get full mana, gonna TP base. And it's really kind of the one hero that we see it like somewhat consistently on.
Yeah, so why is that over the Aghanim Scepter?
It is a bit surprising to me that he's opting not to go Aghanims first. The cooldown reduction I thought would be stronger, but I don't know, he just wants to go fast, man. Looking at his item build, this man wants to go speedy. He's gonna have 5 items that make him run faster at them.
Well, the man does what he wants. Eyeing up Malring's Timber top. The team's prepping themselves for a fight as the Lotus is grabbed up by Hellscream.
he has that night vision on Spearbreaker, so he can see Rubik before he sees him.
So he can. I like that. Roshan, 45 seconds till fast spawn. Probably going to be a nice time. Roche. Well, he finds the lasso on the Void Spirit and the Omni Slash in onto him and Malorine. That's serious trouble for Nemiga. Gets off the shield in time though and dissimulate fade from the Void Spirit, but Malorine, the magic damage, taking him over with a Spirit Vessel, tries to chain TP down to there. No, he's not. He's stunned up and caught.
That was so beautiful initiation right there, and all of it again because the Spearbreaker going in with his night vision, providing vision for them. Laurel gets in there, gets a good grab, pulls them back, and again collapse, charging through, just busting through the defenses there of Nemiga. They couldn't help the lassoed up Void Spirit, so he just had to barely survive, and then the fight was in shambles. They couldn't really fight from there.
I'm looking at this Magnus thinking, hey, he had such a good first 15-20 minutes going with Harpoon, then into the pipe, but it still feels like he needed this Greaves or Lotus Orb earlier, and now it feels like he needs that plus a Blink. We need that surprise initiation to come out of the Magnus somehow.
I almost feel like he needed not the pipe, but like a full right-click committed build to keep scaling, keep up with the requirements of this game to have impact as a right-clicker.
Juggernaut gets out with a spin and collapse. He's there with another strike and Supernova, Sunray, making sure Nemiga can't fight into this. Spending a couple of ultis as Team Spirit, but protecting the Juggernaut. He's the be-all and end-all, the big carry in this game. Well worth your time.
Yeah, don't want him to die. He hasn't died a single time this game so far, and Yatoro is well on his course to carry this game. Has the Titan Sliver now as well for even more status resistance, so pair that up with Sanjiasha, and you're already looking at a very hard to lock down Juggernauts.
My tooltip says 0.0% status resistance.
Mine too, which is great. Thank you, Valve.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't have
right?
to be able. Maybe it's casters need to pay extra.
Yeah. My Dota Plus did expire today, actually. I got a notification saying it expired.
I think
that's the reason the tooltips are gone.
I just gave them my credit card info. Sign me up for life. They take my firstborn, take everything.
Yeah, I think I signed up for 3 years, and my 3 years ran out today. It's been a long old time. I got a bunch of tokens and stuff that they were handing out to people, so I've got like one. I'm just activating 1 day of membership at a time. 3 days of membership. Nice. Every couple of days I go into my inventory to hunt for the.
I think I already activated a bunch of those while I had mine still running. You can like extend the duration.
Right. Yeah, that would have been a clever way to do it, but
let's see. The positioning here from Nemiga. Higher ambition for Team Spirit on their own cliff.
He's smoked up as well. Lasso another strike, nullify, Marine obliterated by Spirit. The first point of contact, Vazia skewers across the Harpoon and the RP whips completely. Well, Vazia, not the connection you want to, gets Omni slashed by the Jug. And now Team Spirit just running roughshod over Nemiga. One by one they'll die. At least they get the kill and collapse. Violent, still thinking about fighting here with the buyback of the Malrine. They want to make the most of this. They're on top of Yatoro, but he's got the global to protect him and a Sunray healing him. Stands his ground and kills off Violent, can't be touched. The Juggernaut protected by everybody here. Hellscream has the charge on the wall to stop the follow through, but Hellscream's put himself in a dangerous spot now and a jump in from Malrine. Flame Blade not going to connect at the right time to that timber chain. Chakram's it up and Malrine's die back. Looks like he tries to go in deep to find some kills, but dies in the end regardless of it all. He's going to find him. Lasso back.
Radiant's bottom
5 kills for Team Tech is the only one left standing.
We're going to bring them all back up to full HP here as well after losing a really handed fight there. All the saves onto the Juggernaut, the Solar Crest, the Pavis, the heal from Mira, the combination of tools that they use to make sure that he's alive there. And the amount of effort they take to bring down even Spearbreaker this fight. Nemiga, it just looks like they're running out of gas in these fights. Even with buybacks, they can't stand against all that Team Spirit have.
Yeah, there's too many pieces of this puzzle that Nemiga need to put together. Vazia, you can feel how desperate he is to land his RP. He's just on one target. He can't get it done.
Yeah, I mean, thing. Harpoon is not Blink. It is a lot slower, and Skewer for the RP at this stage of the game is very difficult to do. They have so many reactions. They can global, they can charge you, they can, you know, react in a number of different ways to stop your initiation. And I have to come back to this again. I feel like the impact of this Timber Saw is falling off completely. Now, you know, the lowest farm of every single core about to be overtaken by the Phoenix as he had to expend his buyback there in last fight. But it's about this item for me. He is level 30 Timber. He knows better than I do, I'm sure. You know, he's a god gamer. But Juggernaut looks useless in these fights because of the nullifier. It doesn't do anything at all. Fully dispelled, fully gone. I think it just puts you on such a horrible timing. You have to win really early, win all the fights early before nullifier comes out on the enemy team. And Jug, it's probably the carry that is the happiest to buy an early nullifier. He's not mad about that at all.
Yeah, he's like, okay, you're going to buy Ghost Scepters and Yules and Timber Saw, Aghanim Scepter. I'm buying Nullifier anyways. Bottom line. On the build. Gets to assimilate off. But is on the Psycho Burst from the Phoenix. It's there with a nice jump in from the Swift Slash of Yatoro after munching on the Aghanim Scepter consumable. And Void Spirit dead for 1 minute. Tough times ahead for Nemiga.
Yeah, dead for a minute, no back available for him, as well as he did spend out his gold trying to buy his own nullifier, understandably wanting it against this
Radiant's
Spirit
middle
Breaker.
tower is under attack.
Now, dominant control on the map here for Team Spirit, shoving in lanes, taking mids, pushing top creep wave as well, setting up for finishing off some racks here. They have the Aegis for 4 minutes as well.
Yeah, hype.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Healing
attack.
Ward stolen. Hell Scream. Don't think we can get anything done with it. Yatoro just front lines here. Yeah. Solar Craft have it.
Radiant's
The
middle
downside
tower
in the
is under
world,
attack.
of course. Nobody wants to get close to this Juggernaut.
Radiant's middle
Can't chip away at him.
tower. Radiant's middle
Can't poke him. Can't kill Healing Ward. Yatoro. Just do what he wants.
Radiant's middle tower is
Full set.
No response right now. Swapping him the
Radiant's middle
Hyperstone
tower
even, going for a
is
Moon Shard next.
Hell yeah.
Man wants to hit fast.
Cheese and treads in backpack. I just want attack speed.
Gives up the cheese to the bat right now. See, you don't need move speed if you have Swift Slash. It moves you. It's a mobility item.
Get you on top of your target. There's a Wisdom Rune here waiting for Vera as well. Well, 18 Phoenix.
Everybody alive here, at least from Nemiga, but how do they solve the puzzle? It's just, you know, they're presenting and going off. They tried to harpoon him, wins.
Work. This might just be their last fight. They've got far back with Rubik and Techies. Nobody else has money for the cooldown for it. And the Cypher Burst catch the Magnus as he blinks in to try and initiate and lands in the back of the Timber Saw. Badger, still alive, kills off Yatoro with a massive amount of burst damage. Look at the dog. Second fight round comes back in, towards him up. Yatoro pretty low, but has the global as coverage. Nice umbrella of safety there, but Team Spirit are all scared as Malrine. He's going to charge in with his Timber Chain, trying to continue this fight, kick Team Spirit off the doorstep.
Have Healing Ward again. The cores are going to get HP back. Batrider keeping the sticky napalm going here, but as they all get back up to full HP, we should see collapse going in soon again.
Still have their RP. How did Jug die so quickly? Just snapped. By Nemiga, mine. Got a catch on violent.
Yeah, they brought it back with a skewer into 5 mines planted by so bad. So that's something you can only really do once. He's 3 mines now, but he's out of cooldown.
Two of them caught up in it. Well, Yatoro, but the skewer play doesn't work out. Malrine moves in. Blast off forward from so bad, but Swift Slash, Omni Slash, kills them off. And Nemiga on their last legs. Malrine gonna get focused down, and GG is out. Game 2 goes the way of Spirit. Yet again, going distance.
Team Spirit are here in the Eastern European Bid 1 DPC. Game 1, they always drop it and they look kind of weak, and then game 2, they look stronger. Game 3, are we going to see the classic here that they just absolutely destroy the game? Because this was somewhat of